Mitul, good morning. Thanks very much for joining us today. Mitul, sterling, of course, and gilts rising as the news sort of leaked out that something was happening yesterday, but just dipping slightly now against the dollar, up a tad against the euro. What does this tell us, Mitul, about this formation of this new coalition government?
Well, I think there was some initial relief. In terms of the markets, perhaps it's seen as a better outcome in terms of the fact that we may see some quick action in terms of cutting the fiscal deficit. And we know that the Conservatives have given this target of 50 days to come out with several £billion worth of budget cuts. This is what the markets are really going to watch out for now in the coming days and weeks. What will happen regarding the fiscal deficit? And I think there was a bit of caution in the overnight session, perhaps because the fact that there was some concern that we won't see help from Europe if the UK gets into a similar fiscal deficit problem as Greece, or a similar problem in terms of market sentiment. So that perhaps has added a bit of caution to UK markets and why sterling looks a little bit weaker. The real key for sterling to get back above this crucial 150 level against the US dollar, as I say, will be the implementation of these budget cuts.
Is it a case, Mitul, of give the coalition, the government, the benefit of the doubt, almost take each month as it comes and not try and look too far ahead? Because many already asking the question, how long can such a coalition last for?
Absolutely. I think there is a sense that this is perhaps an uneasy coalition of parties, and again, the longevity of this coalition is in question. Of course, if there is this chance of fresh elections again in the coming few months, that could be very negative for sterling. So I think the reality is that although we still need to see what happens on the fiscal side, the political environment may still remain a little bit unstable for markets, even if there is a new coalition government now. And that means any real sustainable rally in sterling still could be some way off. So I wouldn't look for sterling to move aggressively higher in any time in the next few months.
In the meantime, Mitul, more and more doubts emerging about this EU 750 billion euro package, and that's dented the euro since Monday. I mean, where do you stand on all this?
Well, I think the problem is that although the package is substantial and clearly would go a long way to resolve some of the symptoms of the disease disease itself is still lingering. And I think this is going to be a problem for Europe. Our markets will need to see real evidence that there is progress on deficit reduction, but more importantly, on a medium-term perspective, on structural reform, improvements in productivity growth and competitiveness, and of course, perhaps less divergence in growth across the Eurozone. And all of these things will take some time. So the euro itself, I think, will continue to languish, will continue to move lower. I would imagine euro-dollar will move towards the 120 level in the coming few weeks. So I think we're probably still looking for more downside.
Mitul, thanks a lot. Speak to you soon. Mitul there from Credit Agricole.